What's up, everybody? This is Saber, and welcome back to SaberWorld. Now, last time you guys saw this, it's been a while, I believe. The track was not even close to being finished, and I believe I was getting attacked by Dalmont's cubes the last time that you guys were around. So I wanted to go ahead and do a full tour for you guys because, as you can see, the track is completely done. Now, I've still got a lot of buildings that I'm going to add, and I've got pathways I need to do and all sorts of other little stuff, but as far as the track itself, you can see it is quite done. Now I'm going to walk you guys through a little bit of everything, but then I'll probably be doing a I'm not sure if I'm going to do a separate video, or maybe I'll tack it on at the end of this one, or I'll actually do a lap of both of the tracks myself. But as you can see, we've got some people here that are doing laps. Seems like everybody's really liked it so far, which I'm very glad for, because that's the whole purpose. So let's go ahead and take you guys on a tour. Now, the first thing I want to start off with is just kind of some of the outbuildings, and then we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of it later. But as you can see there, we got a pirate incoming, which is fine by me because I have this handy dandy sign / turret, which does a great job. Like, I've never had to worry about pirates on this planet at all, ever. Like, I just kind of laugh whenever I get a warning. So we'll see where they come from, but for now I'll just keep showing you around. So I've enlisted the help of Dalmont, who, well, he actually volunteered help, but I've actually decided to use it because he's been making some of these buildings for me, which I've been loving so far. We've got a little radar dome with an antenna array, and then over here is a little medical bay, which I decided to outfit with an ambulance. That's right, an ambulance. Now, it handles just like the cars because it's the same thrust mass ratio, and it's actually got a healing beam in it, so I can actually heal vehicles if they get damaged, which I actually just did not long ago, because what's his name? Crappled, that's it, sorry about that. Crappled had some damage from pirates. So I decided to go ahead and heal that for him. But yeah, he designed the med bay, I made the ambulance, and it's been a great, wonderful teamwork so far. Like, we've been working really well together between doing buildings and then kind of getting things laid out. Most of the layout I did, but then, like, as far as the docking points and stuff, he made all those. So yeah, he's got like a little bridge here that we made, which I'll be having all sorts of pathways going all over the place. And then Dalmont also donated this blimp and a helicopter, which I refitted, but he did do most of the work on that. And then he made landing pads, and it's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed having his help on all this stuff. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a little flight in this thing because I enjoy it that much. Now, originally, this thing just drained power and lost all of its power, so you just dropped it out of the sky. But I went ahead and did a systems refit. Now it handles like a charm. Actually, the funny thing is, it handles a lot like an actual helicopter, or at least as closely as a helicopter can handle in StarMade. So I'll just take you around for a little lap, and I'll just continue the tour in this thing. So over here, as I'm sure you've noticed, is Dalmont's embassy. Now, since he's been helping me so much, I decided I'd let him have a little claim to a small part of my planet, and he just kind of ran with it. Now, originally, he had a bit of a bigger structure, but we had some very serious corruption issues with the planet, so we had to kind of backtrack a ways, but we ended up getting everything back to a state where we could use it, and just kind of had to rebuild some stuff. It wasn't a lot, but just some. So as you can see right here, I've got a little gate here that's blocking off the advanced track, so that way you can't accidentally go one way or the other. You're always on the correct track. And funny thing, which I've quickly started to notice with skid racing, is that it's kind of catching on like wildfire, if I do say so myself. Because these here are transports for cargo containers which haul cars, like the race cars. And it seems like I've heard of at least 3 or 4 other people that are now also making skid racing tracks. So it's really kind of catching on, which I'm really liking, and I can't wait to go try out those other tracks myself. But here is my pride and joy right over here. Now this is my control tower and the light stack for the starting grid. Now there's going to be more grandstands and stuff here, but for now this is about as far as I've gotten, so I will land this thing somewhere. Actually, I'm going to land this back where it's supposed to go because I don't have room for it. But yeah, in case you haven't seen it before, over here's my pod racer, which I made a long time ago, back on the Thunderdome. It was just kind of for a fun little 10-minute project. Ooh, if I can, there we go. I think I hit one too many times. Nope, nope, I'm good, okay. So let's head over to the control room because I am really excited about that. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So as you can see, I've got, actually I think I just passed one. Well, I already showed you that little gate thing, but they're set up in several places along the planet. And this little wireless module, which has one too many blocks in it, I made to give the illusion of a wireless system because everything is connected to the control tower. I can control any of the gates all from this building. And you kind of saw real quick, little ship kind of blipped in and out of existence. In here, if it will show up again, maybe not, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Inside of there is a chase cam, which is basically just a core with some armor on it, or some hull on it, which I use for, well, a chase cam. But most of the time I use this, which is a track cam. Now I docked this in here because if you are in build mode and you want to like film something, then you've always got this little box that's following you around, and since it's a planet, it's kind of big. So I decided instead to use this ship. So if I'm ever going to be filming, which will be a lot, then see, there's no box because it would only be on the ship, which is in here, and you can't see the grid or anything if it's behind glass. So I can film with this, or I'm hoping, and this will probably be one of the first things that Downloads and I test when we have a first big race, is to use the helicopter and then use the build mode in that, because I put in 4 extra seats that I can use to film. So the combination of the helicopter's movement and moving around in build mode should make for a really smooth tracking of other cars. Okay, so with that out of the way, before I get to the controls, because I'm kind of saving that for last, I'll show you guys the couch. Now, normally it wouldn't really be much of a deal. It's like, oh, it's a couch, whatever. But I think just about every big public event that a StarMade server has had a couch in it, whether it was the Thunderdome, the Lightning Sphere. I didn't have one in the last place, but I think, well, I guess the Murderplex didn't have one either. Okay, most public events have had some place with a couch, so like VIPs or whatever can sit and watch. And so there's going to be a grandstand over there, but then this can be where some people sit and enjoy the show. So now, without further ado, let's get into this. Now, you notice this tower, and I did say it was my light stack, but the fun thing about that is that this is all controlled from here. So that's what it looks like. Looks all closed up. Looks like all closed up. Sorry, I can't talk. It's getting pretty late. Okay, so then what would happen would be everybody would be in their little brackets, which have a nice little spot so they can actually see. I'll show you that real quick. So that way, if you're in a car, because originally I just had it that it went all the way across, but then all you see is plex doors. So you just kind of push up against there, but you make, well, I'll do a tutorial on this eventually, but you want to make sure that you aren't pushing up against the plex doors when it starts, because then when they disappear, you'll still be stuck here like this. So I mean, as long as you're not pushing against it, then you'll be fine. But, and then you can see the light stack if you're in the front. The only problem is most cars have a spoiler, or like most people make them 2 blocks high, so it kind of blocks your vision. But anyway, what I would do would everybody be lined up in their brackets, and then I would do a simultaneous on TeamSpeak, and then, well, the buttons kind of do it for themselves, honestly. I just do a little countdown where it's, you know, 3, 2, 1, and then go. So then you can see you get the 3 yellow lights and the green, which all go in succession. Like that. So yeah, whenever I'm off the server or I'm, you know, not really actively watching a race or something, then I just always leave it on green and then open up one of the tracks. Now this is the basic track because it's white, so everything on the track that's white is coded for the basic track. So you can see like this arrow here means that's where the basic track goes. On the checkpoints, white for the basic track, and then red for the advanced track. Red arrows for the advanced track. Everything's color coded, so you immediately know which track you're on, which way you're going, all that good stuff. But then I can switch it with the push of a button. So now it's the advanced track that's open, and all the gates, including the ones back here, are closed according to which track is open. So see now that way, which is the basic track, because you can tell by the colors, now that way's closed off. So basically I just had to do that with long tunnels, but I wanted to give the appearance that like there was a little wireless module right here that connects to that. Oh, which I didn't even address these yet. These are factory enhancers, which you can connect together to make kind of a rope-like structure. So I decided to use that for fences, rather than having, you know, big blocky fences that you're always colliding with and stuff like that. And this, I don't know if I addressed this in the last video, but this is the wall jump. And what you basically do is you come down this way. It helps the most to jump off about here. And then you turn, hit your back left side here, and then you continue on your merry way. You gotta be sure that you're holding ascend the whole time, though, otherwise you just drop like a rock. But that is most of what I've got done so far. Now I'll go ahead and do a lap. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do, you know, I may do it in a separate video. I'm not sure, this has gotten kind of long. Oh wait, see, I keep missing stuff. There's so much stuff that I can show you guys that I'm totally forgetting stuff. These are the garages here. Now I've got a public faction block between each one, so that way if you hit this block or that block, then anyone can open them up. So people have been keeping their cars in here, and this is Ryben's skunk, as he calls it, because it's got like a skunk tail on it. So he called it Pepe Le Pew. And then we've got Angel's Racer, which is a pretty standard one. That's a fairly standard design, although it looks like he added some back here. Oh, he's got 2 thrusts, that's why. I don't know about that. Because, yeah, most of my... Oh, hey, Ryben's on. I'm actually going to jump into TeamSpeak for... Well, no, never mind, I'm already recording. But yeah, then I made this little smart car, because somebody was joking about how they could, like, how they wanted to make a smart car or whatever, and they were already racing. So I just decided to go ahead and make one. But this is actually... it fits the specifications, so it's 2 mass, has 1 thrust, and so it races, but it doesn't jump very well because it has such a small wheelbase. And I'm not sure whose this is. Oh, that's Kratos's. But yeah, that is most of the planet. So I feel like, oh geez, what's that? That is I don't know. I have no idea what that is. Yep, nope, not a clue. Okay, so I think I will leave that here, and then I'm going to make a separate video for the races. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any further suggestions for any of the extra buildings or things you'd like to see, I'm getting about to the point where I'm starting to need ideas for other structures. I mean, we're gonna have like some kind of a welcoming building, or it may be a bar. I don't know. I'll probably have a bar somewhere, but not that it's really gonna matter in the game. But yeah, so could definitely use suggestions on things that I could do. I do have something planned for this area here, though, so keep that in mind. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll go ahead and throw this video up, and then I'll do the laps myself. Or actually, I may get some people to race just now, so we'll see what happens. But thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear some ideas and comments from you guys. But other than that, that is all from me, and I will talk to you guys later.